7 a.m. My alarm clock is playing my favorite radio station, and the light of day has not begun to show. I quickly get out of bed and push the switch 2 spots to the left to turn it off so I don't wake anyone up. I flip on the light and my eyes readjust. Then I remember. It is the day I've been fearing for 3 days, the day I'm saying goodbye to my dog. I'm rounding up all my school stuff, dress myself, brush my hair, put my glasses on, and walk into the dark and silent living room. My dog is fast asleep, his chest pumping up and down, up and down. Now 7:25, I step out the door and start walking to school. I want the day to start out really slow. I want time to creep by, like a mouse creeping past a sleeping cat, making sure not to wake him up. First period is dreadful. I can't stop thinking about what's going to happen 4.5 hours from now. Oh no! The end of first period. It just flew by. Second period, one step closer to what I've been dreading for days. I just want the day to be over. I want to skip it like I skip songs on a CD. A split second and it's gone. Second period is ending, and I'm working my way to third. Now it's only an hour and a half until my mother comes to pick me up, like the Grim Reaper coming to tell me my life is over. The period is almost over, and in walks the lovely office assistant with a brilliant green note. Miss Riso announces it's for me, and wishes me luck. I step out of the classroom and walk slowly down the hallway, thinking everything will stop, thinking I will wake up and find myself back in bed like nothing ever happened. I walk through the door to student services where my mother is waiting. My mother and I walk to the car where my little brother is waiting for us. As we drive down the street, I watch the street signs pass me by. They look different than usual. They all look sad, and they look scary. We take the left turn down our street and go 25 miles per hour to the house. We pull into the gravel driveway. I grab my stuff and I'm walking inside, the place I've not wanted to go back to. Today the house is intimidating. The towering walls, the bright light shining through as though I was being interrogated. I walk to my bedroom and throw my bag and coat on the floor. They crash down and cause movement around the house, like an earthquake. I go to the dining room table and sit down in the chair. My heart is racing 100 miles an hour, as though my body is a racetrack and my heart the car. I sit there staring at the entity that had always been there for me, my dog Tyler. After a while, I stand up and go to the kitchen. I find a snack and go back to the table. I look at the clock. 20 more minutes. I was suddenly scared I was making the wrong decision. My little brother Kenny and I sit at the table talking about all the good times we've had with Tyler. I get up from the table and lay down on the floor next to Tyler. He comforts me and I comfort him. We lay there for 10 minutes when my older sister, her boyfriend, my older brother, and my mom's best friend Kim arrive. 5 minutes left. 10 minutes later, the vet shows up. My mother tries to pet Tyler and he tries to bite her. This many people never came over at once. They are ready. I'm not, but I say I am. They put a muzzle on him so he won't bite. They give him a sedative. He jerks and tries to get away, and I hold on to him for dear life. It's okay, I whisper softly into his ear. I start to cry. For the first time, I finally realize the reality of the moment. He slowly settles down and starts turning onto his side. He tries to give me kisses, and the assistant takes the muzzle off. For the first time in a few years, he is not in any pain. I'm still holding him. I hold on to him like a mother holds on to her newborn baby, never wanting to let him out of her sights. Vet tells us she will give him the medicine. He will take a few deep breaths and he will be gone, she says. She puts the needle in and pushes out the bright purple liquid. I hold him tightly and pet him. The vet listens to his heart pump the last bit of blood through his body, and before he drifts off to a better place, I whisper, I love you. One more time. He's gone, she says. I pet Tyler a few more times and tell him I love him. I stand up and let the vet and her assistant do their job. After they take him out, I lay in his favorite place behind the couch and suck up the last of his energy. I then proceed to my room and grab the laptop. I plug it in and sit down at the table. I have writ something, I say. I read it. It says, He was my best friend from the age of 1, and I will never forget him. He was my dog Tyler. I love him with all my heart, and he will never be able to be replaced. There will always be a place in my heart where he presides, and I hope he will live a happy life in doggy heaven. He was there when I needed him most. He grew up with me. He was like a brother to me. It's hard for all of us to let him go, but we know it's for the best, and the best is all we ever wanted for him to have. I never knew how hard it would be to let him go to where he belongs. He will be happy where he is now. Although he made life tough, and life was tough for him, he always stuck it out, and the fact that he lived to be as old as he did was because he always had the love of the whole family. I know he will be missed by every member of this family, and we will never forget all the great times we had throwing the ball and playing tug of war. He had the best care thanks to all us kids, but he will never leave. His spirit will be with us always. We love you, Tyler, and you will be missed, always and forever. Love your best friends in the whole wide world. Peace and love always. I put the laptop away and hug my family. My parents start cleaning up all the things that remind us of him. His bowl, his food, his ramp in the backyard, and the swinging baby gate that kept him out of the kitchen. We all sit down on the blue cushy couch and watch Pirates of the Caribbean and eat his favorite food, popcorn. 4 days later, I'm home alone. My mother walks through the door and calls my name. I walk to the front door and notice she is holding a brilliant wood box with a green slip of paper. "It's your best friend," she says, trying to hold back tears. She walks to her bedroom and shuts the door. I take the box and put it on top of the china cabinet and put his red collar he wore for years on top of the box. I take the picture of him when he was young and put it in the front of the box where it just fits. I start to tear up, but I don't let it show to my mother. I go to the kitchen and read the green slip of paper which says, "There is a bridge connecting heaven and earth. It's called the Rainbow Bridge because it has many colors. Just this side of the Rainbow Bridge there is a land of meadows, hills and valleys with lush green grass. When a beloved pet dies, the pet goes to this place. There is always food, water, and warm spring weather. The old and frail animals are young again. Those who were maimed are made whole again. They play all day with each other. There is only one thing missing. They are not with their special person who left them on earth. So each day they run and play until the day comes when one suddenly stops playing and looks up. The nose twitches, the ears are up, the eyes are staring, and this one suddenly runs from the group. You have been seen, and when you and your special friend meet, you take him in your arms and embrace. Your face is kissed again, and you look once more into the eyes of your trusting friend. Then you cross the Rainbow Bridge together, never to be separated again." I put the paper down and walk away. He will forever go with me, I think to myself, everywhere I go, until that one day we are reunited. All my fears drift away at that moment.